Hi, I'm back at the lake. I have some more friends coming in for the next week. Couple of groups, might overlap, might not, but I've got fun people coming. Yay! Some of my Derby folks and former Derby folks who are Quartzsite folks. I see cows over there. I'm glad I'm not parked over there. Where I am parked is back from the lake. As you see this kind of light brown strip in front of you there, that's the high water line. That is as high as this lake will get. That's the sandbar, that's the debris. Last time I was here, I was camped roughly where those vehicles there are, give or take. I haven't walked down that far to see how high the lake level has come, but I can tell from the trees it's come up some. So I'll go down there later and check that out. But I wanted to stake out a spot that had a frickin' tree and some frickin' shade to hang out in. Very rare here, but I managed. So I got that shade spot and another shade spot over here because it's kind of a two-forked tree. And you'll notice the nearest campers, well, I think those vehicles dead ahead are day people because I saw somebody paddle boarding, and usually they pull up down around there to fish and play, and then they'll head out in a little while when it gets windy. And over yonder, let's see, roughly there is one camping spot with trees and stuff, but darn it, there was somebody in it. But it's over at the base of that hill there. And as for other campers in the area, wait for it, keep waiting for it. There, can you see them? There, under that tree there. That's it, me, them, and the other guys you can't see by the hill. That's it for campers. I mean, there's all sorts of space out here for them. Not a lot in the way of trees, though. I mean, there are some scrubby trees, but you can't get to them. They're not near the roads. Or they've got all kinds of stuff grown up around the base. So I think I got a pretty good spot here. Still very quiet. Ooh, there's some people paddle boarding out there on the lake. Yeah, I'll take a walk down there in a little bit. First, I need to get camp totally established and ready for my guests. Number one will be arriving in about, it's going to be a few hours away, but she'll get here. And we still got this fabulous view beyond the hills. More hills, more hills. Hello, rig. Look at that wonderful vent in the top of my rig. Vent and skylight. Hello. I love it. Thank you, Krista. Okay, so there's the view for this week. I will keep you posted. We'll see where the water level's up to. That'll be fun. I will catch you kids in a little bit. Well, look what we have. This is the back of my rig right there. I was wondering if they'd make it their way up. Here's more of them. Here comes another one right behind my rig. I'm being quiet because I gotta be cool. I actually saw it catch the fish. Unfortunately, I did not have the video camera in hand. But the next day, well, it's afternoon now. Still very, very windy, which is why I have the sound off and I'm doing a voiceover. I wanted to go down to the shore and see if I could find what was left of that fish, assumably a catfish. We got big ones out here. Didn't find any bones, but there's scales all over the place, and they're huge. They're like thumbnail-sized scales. There was the eagle down here eating, and a bunch of crows, ravens, whatever, and some turkey vultures just lurking around the edges waiting for him to be finished. They didn't have the cojones to challenge him for it. But they got in there and took what was left, because not so much as a bone laying out here. Some of the damage may have happened further out where it is now covered by water and wasn't before, and that's why a lot of the evidence is gone. Because this lake is still growing by leaps and bounds. It's absolutely nuts. Okay, let's see any more. That's pretty much it. Not seeing... I was hoping for a skull or a skeleton. Let's go for a walk up the shore. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because I can. And I'm trying to figure out, A, where I was camped before, because I'm much further away from the area where I was than I was before. So I got to figure out where the heck I was at. So I'm thinking I've got to be getting kind of close to where I was at, maybe. Problem is, absolutely none of these trees are familiar. Nothing looks familiar. All these cow pies weren't there before. Apparently the cows have come in the last couple of weeks and just sort of taken over the place. There's areas up ahead where it's just trampled. I don't know if that's the watering hole or what, but it's just they know how to make a mess, I'm telling you. And up here we got the icky stuff starting to gather at the shoreline. We were talking to the ranger earlier, and he says there is the annual algae bloom. There's no way around it, because you got all these trees out in the water now, and they're still putting out stuff. They're still growing. So that's like water pollen is how you should think of it. And back to getting a little zippier. The waves are not coming in that fast. This is 2 times regular speed. You can see where all the cows have been, trampling along the edge, which wasn't an edge just days ago, nowhere near an edge a couple weeks ago. And I'll be dipped if I can figure out where I was camped. I mean, this is a pretty big sandbar that I'm walking on. That's not a road so much as a former sandbar, I think. At least this section of it. I still think we were up quite a bit further. Just wish I recognized some of these trees. Or I could find the road where we came in at. I think I'll have to go back up to the main road, retrace my steps to the original site. Look at this, another area where the cows just went abso-freaking-lutely nuts. I mean, trampled and beaten, and so I had to be a watering hole there, I'm guessing. There's still quite a ways to go, and I'm still trying to figure out where the heck I was parked. Me and Krista, where were we camped? It's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, look at those clouds. When we could see them from more of a distance, there's quite the Thunderhead building. That's very tall. But the storm, if anything does happen, is going to be on the other side of the mountains. We're not going to see anything but a nice, blissful bit of shade, which I set off to enjoy, and then it went away. As you can see, it's bright as heck out here. And I am going to stop here because there's the cows! I knew they had to be around here somewhere. So with that, I am going to wrap this up, sign off, wish you a fabulous week, and I will be back with some more cool stuff as it happens out here, because you know it's going to happen. Shutterbug, out.